Imagine a world without lights, without phones, without the internet. Now imagine this happening not because of a power outage or a technical glitch, but because of the sun, our very own star. On September 1st, 1859, the sun, typically a source of light and warmth, turned against us, unleashing a fiery tempest that swept across 93 million miles and slammed into Earth. This was no ordinary solar storm. This was the Carrington Event, the most intense geomagnetic storm in recorded history. The sun, it seemed, had gone silent. Not in darkness, but in a radio blackout so profound that it baffled astronomers and sent shockwaves through the fledgling field of telecommunications. The Carrington Event serves as a stark reminder of the awesome power of our sun and the vulnerability of our technology-dependent world. Telegraph systems worldwide went haywire. Sparks flew from telegraph machines, setting papers ablaze and giving operators electric shocks. Some telegraph lines continued to send and receive messages even after being disconnected from their power supplies, as if possessed by some unseen force. The skies lit up with auroras so bright that they were visible as far south as the Caribbean. People in the northeastern United States could read newspapers by the aurora's light. It was a spectacle both beautiful and terrifying, a cosmic dance of light that underscored our planet's fragility in the face of solar fury. Today, our reliance on technology has only grown. Satellites, power grids, and communication networks form the backbone of our modern society. A similar event today could cause unprecedented disruption, potentially knocking out power to millions, disabling satellites, and crippling global communications. The Carrington Event is not just a historical footnote, it is a warning, a reminder that while we may harness the power of the sun, we are also at its mercy. As we continue to advance technologically, we must also prepare for the day when the lights might go out again. The Carrington Event began with a colossal explosion on the surface of the sun, a sight that would have been awe-inspiring and terrifying to witness up close. This explosion was no ordinary solar flare. It was a solar flare of unprecedented magnitude, the likes of which had never been recorded before. This wasn't just any flare, it was a massive eruption of energy, spewing billions of tons of charged particles into space at speeds exceeding 4 million miles per hour. The sheer force and velocity of these particles were enough to make even the most seasoned scientists marvel. These particles, a superheated plasma of protons and electrons, formed what is known as a coronal mass ejection, or CME. This CME was a gigantic cloud of solar material, a veritable storm of plasma and magnetic fields. This gigantic cloud of solar material was propelled towards Earth with incredible speed and force. It was a journey that would take just a few days, but its impact would be felt for much longer. As this CME hurtled towards our planet, it carried with it the potential to disrupt the very magnetic field that protects us from the harsh realities of space. The Earth's magnetic field, our shield against cosmic radiation, was about to be tested like never before. Unbeknownst to the inhabitants of Earth, a celestial storm was brewing, one that would soon make its presence felt in a most spectacular and unsettling way. The skies would light up with auroras, but beneath the beauty lay a potential for chaos. This solar storm, with its dramatic space weather events, would impact not just the skies but also the technology and infrastructure that modern society depends on. The Carrington Event was a reminder of the sun's immense power and the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. As the storm made contact with Earth, it first announced its arrival with an ethereal glow. Auroras, typically confined to the polar regions, danced across the sky in vibrant hues of green, red, and purple. These celestial ballets, usually only visible at high latitudes, were seen as far south as Cuba and Hawaii. Newspapers reported on the unusual spectacle, with some attributing the brilliant lights to massive fires raging in the distance. Little did they know, these dazzling displays of light were merely a prelude to the chaos that was about to unfold. The ethereal beauty of the auroras soon gave way to a more unsettling phenomenon. Telegraph systems, the cutting-edge technology of the time, went haywire. Sparks erupted from telegraph lines, shocking operators and setting telegraph paper ablaze. Telegraph systems, reliant on the Earth's magnetic field, were thrown into disarray by the storm's powerful electric currents. Messages were garbled, transmissions were impossible, and the world experienced an unprecedented disruption in long-distance communication. For the first time, humanity experienced firsthand the interconnectedness of our technological systems and their vulnerability to the whims of the cosmos. Section 5. The Carrington Event, a sign of things to come. The Carrington Event was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that our technological civilization is not immune to the forces of nature. While the world of 1859 was far less reliant on technology than we are today, the impact of the Carrington Event was still widely felt. The disruption to telegraph systems caused widespread confusion and highlighted the potential for even more significant problems in a world increasingly dependent on electricity and interconnected networks. What if such an event were to occur today? Section 6. Our tech-dependent world. Our world today is vastly different from the one that experienced the Carrington Event in 1859. We live in a digital age where communication happens at the speed of light, and our lives are intricately intertwined with technology. Satellites orbit our planet, relaying information, facilitating navigation, and enabling global communication. Power grids crisscross continents, delivering electricity to homes, businesses, and essential services. Our reliance on these technologies has made us increasingly vulnerable to the unpredictable nature of space weather. Section 7. A modern Carrington Event. Now, imagine a Carrington-level event occurring today. The consequences would be far more severe, potentially catastrophic. Satellites could be knocked offline, disrupting GPS, communication networks, and financial transactions. Power grids could be overwhelmed, leading to widespread blackouts that could last for weeks or even months. The economic impact alone would be staggering, potentially costing trillions of dollars and disrupting global supply chains. The Carrington Event, once a historical curiosity, has become a cautionary tale, a reminder of the potential chaos that a powerful solar storm could unleash on our modern world. Section 8. Preparing for the inevitable. While we cannot prevent solar storms, we can take steps to mitigate their impact. Scientists are constantly monitoring the sun, working to improve our ability to predict and prepare for such events. Engineers are developing more resilient power grids and satellite systems, hardening them against the effects of geomagnetic storms. International cooperation is crucial to share data, coordinate responses, and minimize the global impact of these events. The Carrington Event serves as a stark reminder that we are not just inhabitants of Earth, but citizens of a solar system, subject to the whims of our nearest star. Section 9. The Sun's Silent Fury. The Sun, the lifeblood of our solar system, is a double-edged sword. It is a celestial body that has fascinated humanity for millennia, a glowing orb that dominates our sky and dictates the rhythm of our days and seasons. It provides the light and warmth necessary for life, yet it also harbors the power to disrupt our technological civilization. The sun's energy fuels the growth of plants, powers the weather systems, and even influences our moods and behaviors. However, beneath its serene exterior lies a turbulent and volatile force. The Carrington Event of 1859, a moment when the sun's fury was felt across the globe, serves as a reminder of our place in the cosmos. This massive solar storm caused auroras to be seen as far south as the Caribbean, and disrupted telegraph systems worldwide, igniting fires and shocking operators. We are not just passive inhabitants of a planet but active participants in a dynamic and often unpredictable solar system. Our planet orbits a star that is constantly changing, emitting solar winds and flares that can have profound effects on our technology and way of life. As we venture further into the digital age, our reliance on technology grows, and so too does our vulnerability to the vagaries of space weather. Satellites, power grids, and communication networks are all susceptible to the sun's whims, making it imperative for us to understand and prepare for these cosmic events. The Carrington Event is not just a historical event, it is a glimpse into the future, a future where our technological prowess will be tested by the raw power of the sun. Scientists warn that a similar event today could cause widespread blackouts, disrupt GPS systems, and even affect air travel. By heeding the lessons of the past and preparing for the inevitable, we can strive to live in harmony with our nearest star, harnessing its energy while mitigating its potential for disruption. Advances in solar technology, space weather forecasting, and emergency preparedness can help us build a resilient society capable of withstanding the sun's outbursts. The sun's silent fury is a force to be reckoned with, but it is also a reminder of our ingenuity and our capacity to overcome challenges, both terrestrial and cosmic. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our solar system, we must remain vigilant and innovative, ensuring that we can thrive under the watchful gaze of our brilliant and sometimes tempestuous star.